The Jungle Pride Megazord is the primary Megazord used by the Jungle Fury Power Rangers, a combination of 3 Zords and one of the most unique Megazords ever seen. In this video we're going to dive in and explore the 3 Zords that make this Megazord and the Megazord itself. Hello everyone, my name is Lil5 and on this channel we talk all things movies, TV shows, comic books and video games, and in this particular video we're going to be explaining the Jungle Pride Megazord. Now of course, if you do like these explanation videos, of course do let me know in the comments down below, and of course let me know what other things Power Rangers, whether that be Megazords, Rangers themselves, or the weapons, morphers, villains, you name it, in the comments down below and I'll try my best. So with that being said, let's dive in with the Jungle Pride Megazord. The Jungle Pride Megazord consists of 3 Zords: the Red Tiger, the Blue Jaguar, and the Yellow Cheetah. Now before we dive into the Jungle Pride Megazord itself, let's actually explore the 3 Zords themselves. The biggest Zord of the 3, and the one that takes most of the Megazord, is of course the Tiger Animal Spirit. Now the weird thing about Jungle Fury and all of its Zords are they're actually spirits first, being rejected from the Rangers themselves. Each Ranger has an animal spirit, which of course enables them to morph, use their weapons, and fight the Daishi army, but of course these animal spirits become solid form and become the Zords themselves, which is very strange. Now, the spirits do look exactly the same as the Zords. There is no difference between the Zords and the spirits, making the spirits look very mechanical, animal-like at the same time. They're called Megazords. That's technically what the Zords are called. But yes, let's dive in with the Red Tiger. The Red Tiger, of course, is a tiger. It's there in the name. And when it's used in a battle, it is seen to use its claws and its fangs to strike its opponent. Now, of course, once solidified into its Zord form, it then can become a part of the Megazord, and the tiger actually is not only 1, but 3 parts to the body of the Megazord, becoming not only the head, the arms, but also the torso of the Megazord. When being summoned, the Red Ranger will call out, "Call to the beast inside, free the tiger," and as a Zord, it's able to crush the opponents with its amazing strength. Now, Casey isn't the only person who's able to use the Tiger Spirit. RJ is able to duplicate this spirit when he has his own Megazord using his Wolf Zord, but also in Casey's karate class, in the episode Tiger's Fall Lion Rise, we actually see one of his students able to use the Tiger Spirit as well. Now, when it comes to the Blue Ranger, he of course has the Jaguar. The Jaguar's looks a bit different, of course, a bit more blocky, but he also has what looks like goggles on, which is never actually specified or explained. I don't know about the Super Sentai, but yeah, it's never explained why he does look like the way he does. But of course, it's pretty much the same here. The Jaguar is known to do front flips and do spin attacks to harm its opponents in spirit forms. And then, of course, Call to the Beast inside, unleash the Jaguar is what the Blue Ranger says to summon this Jungle Beast. And of course, once again, RJ is able to duplicate this spirit to make his own Megazord. The Jaguar, once solidified into a Zord, becomes the left leg to the Jungle Pride Megazord. Now, when it comes to the Cheetah is the most feminine looking of the Zords, of course, being owned by the only girl on the team. It's more slimlined in shape, but also, of course, being a cheetah, we do have some spots every now and then. There's not actually a lot of spots on this Zord. It is a cheetah, but it actually doesn't have that many spots. It's actually quite interesting to look at. Of course, this is the fastest of the animal spirits, and of course can use its high speed to fight its opponents. Once it solidifies into its Zord form, it becomes the right leg of the Jungle Pride Megazord, and of course it's not used in the Wolf Ranger's Megazord. The Yellow Ranger can summon her Jungle Beast by saying, "Call to the beast inside, bring out the cheetah." So let's talk about the Megazord. Now, of course, we've mentioned the tiger is the arms, head, and torso, and of course, the yellow is the right leg, and the jaguar takes the left leg. Now, the really cool thing about this as well is the red tiger can actually, the way that it turns into the Zord, you can see its front paws on its legs, the hind legs kind of fold themselves in. And then from there, it connects to the other two cats, forming its legs. Now, this Megazord is used in martial arts, because of course, that's all things Jungle Fury. But it can do more than that. It does have claws, so of course it knows hand-to-hand combat, it has impressive speed, and martial arts. This is a formidable Megazord to go against. It does actually use both of the cheetah and the jaguar to do sort of different type of kicks. Its finishing move is known as Savage Spin. This is where the jungle Megazord will spin its torso at high velocity at 360 degrees rotations, and of course energy will be rippling off the claws, and it can hit the opponent multiple times with energized fists, and yeah, it turns them to stone and they blow up afterwards. It's actually a very cool finishing move, I will not lie. The only time this has never actually worked is against those with superior armor and those not made of solid matter. Now, funny enough, the Jungle Pride Megazord isn't actually seen all throughout the show, because obviously there are other Megazords, but it is seen through episodes 2 through 6, episode 8 through 13, episode 16, episode 28, and episode 31. So if you count all that, we're looking at less than 20 episodes, and Jungle Fury has 31 episodes altogether. So it is in majority of it, and it is the most used one, of course, but that's because it has multiple formations. And I'm actually going to go through the multiple formations in this video. We've actually spoken about the 3 spirits already in a different video, so of course check out that video when you finish this one. But let's just go over how they affect the Jungle Pride Megazord. Now, the first animal spirit they get is the elephant spirit, as Lily learns how to use that, and the Jungle Pride Megazord with elephant power combines with the elephant spirit. It will split apart, its legs become shoulder armor, and then of course using its tusks and mouth form a helmet for the Megazord itself, and it gains a mace, following suit to Lily learning how to use the mace. Obviously it's the same technique, and this is first used to fight a Pangolian spirit-themed monster after Master Fan taught Lily the technique. The Jungle Mace spin attack is where the Jungle Mace then spins at high velocity, charging with the green essence energy, and once it builds up enough momentum, the Rangers then launch it straight at the enemy, and, well, obviously you know how that ends. The Jungle Pride Megazord with elephant power is seen in episodes 8, 10, 12, and 13. The Jungle Pride Megazord can combine with the Bat Spirit, of course, gaining Bat Power, as it's so named. The Bat Animal Spirit clips onto the back of the Megazord, allowing it to, of course, fly. Its tail covers the Megazord's head and face, making a new helmet, of course. This is first formed to fight Lei, I don't actually know their names, and Cardon, 2 different bird-themed villains. And then, of course, using the bat technique Wind Tunnel, it will, of course, pummel its enemies in a cyclone of wind, weaken them before the finisher, called, obviously, it's a swoop attack. The Rangers charge yellow energy into the right wing to unleash a devastating horizontal energy wave into the monster, which, of course, will finish them. And, of course, this allows the Jungle Pride Megazord to fly, of course, that being the bat. This is actually one of the times where the weapon isn't actually really used here, because the Bat Spirit allows Theo to grant him the ability to use fans, so I guess the wings are just a replacement to that. And of course, the Jungle Pride Megazord with Shark Power obviously allows him to combine with the Shark Zord. The Shark Zord is a very simple transformation. The 3 additional combinations: the fins attached to the wrist and become wrist blades, the main body of the shark completely covering the Jungle Pride Megazord's head to form, of course, a new helmet type thing. And after learning the technique, Casey obviously does learn how to use swords, so that's kind of symbolizing here. They obviously fight a new bad guy. And in this form, they gain the ability to use a Mega Rotation Launch, where the Megazord leaps into the air, charges the shark head with blue energy, and it launches through the air while spinning in full rotations, becoming a drill of some sort, and drilling through the opponent at incredible speeds, obviously blowing up the monster in the process. This Megazord is incredibly simple, but I really do love the gold essence in the tiger on the chest, the black highlights symbolizing the stripes, and the jaguar and the cheetah, though, aren't really symbolizing the animals they're meant to. They're lacking their signature spots and dots. Obviously, jaguars have very mix-match shaped pattern across the bodies, and cheetahs are spotted animals. And they're really missing that here. There's a lot of black highlights on the Zords. Sure, there's some silver there too to symbolize their snouts and their claws, but they are missing their very big themed there, you know, their cheetahs and jaguars. We haven't really seen cheetahs and jaguars throughout Power Ranger history, but before Jungle Fury, so it would have been nice to see that. Jungle Pride Megazord, though, is an amazing Megazord and very unique, using the rotation ability, only being made of 3, having the Red Ranger Zord being primarily the main focus. It is absolutely a fantastic Megazord, and it's also really unique because 3 of the auxiliary Zords just become battle armor and additional weapons to the Megazord, which is also unique as well. So a couple of fun little notes that I wanted to kind of like throw out there. Well, not exactly fun, but I just wanted to, of course, talk about one extra thing, and that is, this is the only time we ever see a bat Zord as well. We've seen sharks, and of course we do see elephants. They are primarily, you know, sharks are primarily Blue Ranger's Zord, which is nice because it's given to a Red Ranger. The Zord itself is an aqua color, but you know, it is given to the Red Ranger. And we do have elephants, and elephants always seem to be primarily an auxiliary Zord, unless you want to count the Mastodon as an elephant Zord. But then of course, all 3 of the Jungle Pride Megazord Zords are cats, which is also very unique and different as well, which is great. But the Bat Zord is completely unique, and it doesn't have anything else to make competition with, because it's the only Bat Zord we have. And of course, it's used as the capability of flight, which is fantastic. Now, of course, that is the Jungle Pride Megazord. The only other notes is, of course, the cockpit itself has the 3 Rangers stood inside this misty like sort of room. We do have lights in the background. The only one that matches is the Yellow Rangers one, which is kind of odd. The 3 Rangers do stand apart from each other, with Casey kind of standing in the forefront, and all 3 Rangers will do simultaneous you know, fighting moves, simultaneous attacks to make the Jungle Pride Megazord do actually move and do its, you know, fighting styles, stances, there's final strikes and things, which does beg the question, what happens if the Jungle Pride Megazord gets thrown across the map? Are they able to stand still? We do know they do fall over, but are they just being thrown around? That is a question I've always asked. The backdrop isn't anything to brag about. It's just black with this scratch, sort of like claw, sort of like essence to it. Nothing really to brag about, to be honest. The misty feel to it, though, does kind of add this cool sort of sense of mystery to it. But anyway, that is our video explaining the Jungle Pride Megazord. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, if there's anything else that I missed, do let me know. And with that being said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell for more explanation videos. And I shall see you guys in the next video. So don't forget to Roar of Passion, and I'll see you soon. A huge shout out to Beauty Baba Yaga, a fantastic Power Ranger creator on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. She does many different types of YouTube content on YouTube, and she dives into weird, wacky questions, explanations, and she dives into the unexplained stuff that no one ever really talks about. She's also massively on TikTok. I've actually interviewed her before last year on my podcast, the Tiger Nexus podcast, and you will see me soon on her channel talking about Zords themselves. And the reason why I'm shouting out Beauty Baba Yaga is because I actually asked her what my next Megazord should be, and she's the person who gave me the idea to use the Jungle Pride Megazord. So a huge shout out to Beauty Baba Yaga. Make sure you check out her channel. Fantastic content creator and just an all-rounded amazing person. So big shout out to Beauty Baba Yaga.